my beautiful Virgo Patreons. This is Jessica from Good Vibrations, bringing you your December 2022 reading. Wowzers! I cannot believe it is December. I'm just like, what? The year actually went by really fast, guys. But it also went very slow, if that makes any sense. Let's go ahead and get started with my sales spill here. I am an affiliate for Conscious Items. I do advocate this company at this point. I love their products. I love what they give back. They do plant 2 trees for every item. It used to be 1, now that it's 2. I'm wearing their anxiety-free bracelet, which is a mix of watermelon tourmaline, amethyst, obsidian, and rose quartz. And I am also wearing their lunar positivity ring. And my favorite items, of course, are their rose quartz coasters. Absolutely my favorite item. And I do have a couple of healing lamps. So beautiful items that they sell. You can find everything that you need in my description box. My Conscious Items link is down at the bottom. Here you go into that link, and you have to use this link when you're purchasing the items to receive an additional 15% off of your order upon checkout. You would use code Good Vibrations. Please remember, Good Vibrations is spelled with 2 8s instead of the O's. Also, for Black Friday, they had buy one, get one. So I'm not sure what they're going to have for Christmas, but just letting you know that for Black Friday, they had a buy one, get one on every single item on their website. Oh my God, I wanted their Ganesh Labradorite so bad, but I didn't get it. But please also remember that you will get on top of that a 15% discount using my affiliate link and code. Okay. All right. Let's get started. Here are your keywords for December. Choose to change. Okay. Nurture self. And going well. And who perceives the perceiver? Wow, that's interesting energy there. So choose to change, I feel, is here for you in December to make a decision to change something in your life, okay? If you have been struggling all year long, and many of us have been struggling all of 2022, for a lot of us, there was almost an energetic link or connection to 2020 and 2022. For a lot of people, they have had a lot of difficulties from beginning 2020, 2021, and 2022. So it's been an ongoing obstacle, hurdles, climbing the mountain for like 2 years. However, if choosing to change is coming up, it's telling me that there are still areas in your life that you haven't made the conscious decision to choose to change. That there is still something that you're holding on to, whether it's a connection with a friendship, a connection with a partner, a romantic love interest that's no longer working out, or it could be that you need to choose to change partners. Maybe there's somebody else out there for you. This could be choosing to change your mindset, old belief systems. And, as we get older, we become more stubborn, believe it or not. And we want to hold on to those old thinking patterns, those, We want to hold on to the old, but we can't hold on to the old as we are entering the age of Aquarius in 2025. We can't take the old with us, okay? You just can't. It's it's not gonna, help you along the way. So there needs to be a choice to change something in your life, whether it's a thinking pattern, people, environments that you put yourself in, things that you're still holding on to that you're really stubborn about letting go. Virgos, if you're listening to this, I will be releasing this reading to my YouTube channel as an example of what every Patreon receives on a monthly basis. Then we have nurture yourself. It's important. Some of the changes that you need to make will actually nurture you, okay? It's a step, a boundary of reciprocity of love for yourself. So the universe, again, saying you need to nurture yourself, and you need to choose to change this pattern of you always putting other people before you, okay? Stop putting yourself last. Choose to change that pattern. Choose to change that behavior. Choose to implement boundaries, because in setting boundaries for yourself, you nurture yourself. Because if you stop putting yourself around environments that lower your vibration, that suck the energy right out of you, how is that going to nurture you? Right? I do feel that the universe is letting you know that everything's going to go just fine in December. Even if things seem like hectic, obstacles, people are grumpy, whatever it may be, we just shifted into Sagittarius season, so we're going to lighten the load. Scorpio, I love my counterparts, water signs, but Scorpio hits hard. Okay, it is a sign of transformation. It is a sign of burning down to ashes and then rising up into the phoenix. Okay, so it is a very transformational zodiac and period. In the shadows of Scorpio, they can tend to be very, very dark. And not always do things authentically, okay, with other people. Sometimes they really will do what they need to and then pay the price later, okay? So if they are working through a toxic cycle, Scorpio will choose the dark and then hope for the best later, okay? So, and by choosing the darkness, there's an exposure of toxic energy, okay? And this toxic energy has been really brought to the surface through Scorpio season and with the eclipse season, because all of Scorpio season and all of eclipse season was in the sign of Scorpio. Okay, so very transformational. All the shadows coming up, a lot of upheaval, tower moments I've been hearing. So I want you to know that even if you are experiencing a roller coaster ride, a carousel ride, going round and round and round, or a roller coaster ride, well, all of a sudden, it feels great, then you're screaming, then you're crying, then you're yelling, you're right on track. Okay? You are right on track, even if it doesn't feel that way in your physical form. So who perceives the perceiver? So here we have the perspectives, okay? And how people perceive you, or who perceives you, okay? And how are you looking at yourself? How are you perceiving change? How are you perceiving nurturing yourself, self-care? How are you perceiving your life, the direction that it's going? It's okay to feel tired. If you feel tired, then you rest. It's that simple. Again, your ego will complicate everything. Your ego will tell you you're a failure, that you're not on track, you're failing. Why are things so hard? Don't you just hate your life? Do you hate the direction that it's going? You know, I can't see what my future's going to bring, and I'm worried and I have anxiety. That's your ego. Your ego's creating all of that scenario to keep you trapped in the same position so that you can struggle with change. Let's see, trying to see if I can put these in areas that everyone can still see. Yeah, okay. All right, so what do we have here? We have the Deer Spirit, bring a gentle touch. Absolutely. I love this card for you, Virgo. Oh, I love this one too. Koala, Spirit has a plan. I love that message for you. Why? Here we go. Everything's going well. Bring gentle touch. We have nurture self. Let's see what happens over here. And the Nightingale Spirit, love is all around you. Who perceives the perceiver? I'm also going to put choose to change up here because this is the number 41 and it equals the number 5, which is the number of transformation and change. Where does transformation and change lead? To independence and freedom. However, along the way, it can feel chaotic, dramatic, okay? But the chaos and drama is created by who? You, okay? How do you create it? By your overthinking. What's going on in your head, the stories you're compiling inside of your mind, okay? Again, who perceives the perceiver? All right, so I want to see, since we are in December of 2022, Virgo, what you should have, what 2022 was here to teach you. Whether you learned the lesson or not, maybe you couldn't see the lesson. This is something that you can journal, you know, pull out a pen, pull out a notebook, think about it, journal it, you know, journal it, and try to figure out, okay, did I in 2022 learn the following things? And if I didn't, where could I have done better? It's called self-inventory, self-observation. But you have to, again, widen your perspective, okay? When you're thinking about it. All right, what was Virgo supposed to learn in? I love all the birds too in this reading. Well, the birds here and the birds here and the birds here. Well, I love all the animals. I feel with the Deer Spirit, Virgo, I feel that bring a gentle touch, you know, you are a gentle being, you know, when you go out into the public, you're very gentle with the people around you, okay? But you're not as gentle with yourself. You will beat yourself up for not being somewhere that you feel that you should be at, whether it means being completely healed, which is never going to happen here in the physical plane. I hate to disappoint you, but I feel like it's a good idea to figure out how you can, you know, still Surround yourself with love and continue to bring a gentle touch to your nurturing self, okay, by nurturing yourself. And understanding that when a creep, you know, a negative pattern, or where you want to judge yourself or beat yourself up at, just say, delete. Everything's going well. I am right on track. Everything's going well. I am right on track. For some of you, you need to start loving your body. So every day, if you have any kind of misalignments within your body, start talking to your body. Like literally start telling it every day how much you love it. Because I find a lot of times when the body starts to attack you, you know, it's not attacking you. Let me rephrase that. When the body starts sending you signals, hey, we're out of alignment, so ... Are you going to pay attention to me? Once you don't pay attention to it, what happens? The signs get louder and louder and louder, and there's a dis-ease, 2 words, a dis-ease within your energetic field. And your body is screaming because it feels like you have not been listening to it. You have not been nurturing it the way that it needs to be nurtured, and you haven't been gentle with it, okay? And what does that mean, you have not been gentle with it? You haven't been gentle with it by the foods that you're feeding it, how you're talking to it in your mind. Maybe you already have a chronic misalignment illness, well, you know, and you're beating your body up because you feel like it's abandoned you, rejected you. It's not fair that you have all these, you know, all this, you know, dis-ease, inflammation, whatever it may be within your energy field. So your body, you don't have to say anything. The only reason humans use words is so that we have a form of communication, but your energy says it all. Whatever you're thinking in your head, you don't have to, if you're talking in your head and telling your body how much you hate it or how you feel betrayed by it because it's sick, overweight, ... having these, you know, certain thoughts, it knows that you're rejecting it. So it would naturally almost mimic that back to you, okay? Universe reminding you with this koala spirit that they have a plan, okay? And that plan is it looks better than what you could ever imagine in your life, okay? So, you know, choose to change because Spirit has a better plan in store for you. All right, what should you have learned in 2022? Ooh, I like this. I like this for you. So far, let's see. I'm not sure if we can see that card, but I'll get them all to where we can see most of them. Okay, so let's see what you should have learned in 2022. We have the Ace of Wands, but the energy was showing up in reverse. I love this card. It's beautiful. Bought this deck from my astrologer. A lot of you do know her. I didn't buy it from her, but somebody else. We have the King of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Nine of Swords. Wow, interesting energy that you should have learned. Okay, so what I'm gathering from this is with the Ace of Wands in reverse, because typically this is speaking about inspiration, okay? Being inspired, getting ready to start some type of new beginning, okay? So there's a lot of passion behind the Ace of Wands, okay? Also, it does speak of, sorry, I'm trying to collect my thoughts. It does speak of, like, your spirit, okay, being ignited, creativity, expression. So I think that one of the messages here with the King of Cups, because the King of Cups is about compassion, and I feel a lot of you probably have learned to be compassionate, but more for yourself. Remember, nurture self, bring a gentle touch, okay? Virgo, the whole world gets it that you will self-sacrifice yourself for everyone else, and then you will completely shut yourself off from receiving, okay? Sometimes Virgo feels that if they're making a lot of money, because Virgo is very, very good at manifesting monetary gains here on planet Earth. Okay, that's one of your like hugest assets that you have. You can make a penny stretch, but you are also really, really, really good at creating financial security and stability for yourselves. Okay, but Virgo, you're like a low-key air sign, okay, because you're always in your mind. Okay, it's always going and going and going. Okay, which could cause you a lot of this energy, the Nine of Swords energy, which is fear, anxiety, insomnia. For some people, it can represent a little bit of instability mentally. Okay, especially with the Two Swords down here. Okay. So the message I'm getting here with the Page of Swords and the Nine of Swords, because this is, you know, mind energy, conflict in the mind, that I feel that in 2022, you were supposed to learn how to manage those thoughts, those fears, and your anxiety a little bit better, okay? Also, you know, healing, okay? Healing whatever is, you know, throwing you off balance, okay? With the inspiration being in reverse, I feel what this means for you is that you had to learn to take a step back, okay? To stop working on inspiring everybody else, but to take a step back and relax a little, okay? To so that you could work on your emotional healing with the King of Cups here. Also, to work to build more character when it comes to emotional intelligence, because a healthy King of Cups is highly emotionally intelligent. They're very compassionate. I also feel that you needed to really concentrate on your community, your social skills. The King of Cups is connected to religion, so law, and medicine. So I feel like your health, what should have been a priority with the Nine of Swords here. So your focus should have been your health, not only your emotional health, but also your mental health, okay? Because it would trickle into, obviously, to your physical being, okay? Your physical body. And so I feel like the universe, like you really didn't feel very inspired to start something new in 2022, okay? I feel it's been more about gaining that wisdom, okay? Because here we have an owl. And I feel through your insomnia moments in 2022, you should have been learning something, gaining some type of wisdom through the stillness and the quietness of the yin energy, yin, okay? And the moon. So the moon's energy speaking to you through all these, you know, nights where most of the world is sleeping, so it's really, really quiet collectively, because you don't have a bunch of, minds chattering and movement happening, because collectively we can feel this on a collective basis. Okay, so the night in 2022, maybe your sleeping patterns were wonky. Okay, and maybe you're like, having a lot of insomnia, which is not a bad thing. Okay, and but it probably caused you a lot of concern. Okay, with the Page of Swords here, I feel like also one of the focuses that you needed to focus on is kind of being curious. Okay, curiosity. Now, the curiosity can come in many forms, meaning you could have been curious about, okay, how can I become a person who is still compassionate, emotionally intelligent, but I don't always wear my heart on my sleeve, because the King of Swords is someone who does not show outwardly that they're wearing their heart on their sleeve, but they do. Okay, but they're an emotionally intelligent person. They have a lot of compassion and empathy for others, but in your case, this is about yourself. Compassion and empathy for yourself. Okay, I feel like that's just one of your biggest hurdles for you in this lifetime. For many Virgos, is to get through and beyond the belief system that you're here to save everyone, that you're here to fix everyone, that you're here to inspire everyone. Somehow it's like your noble duty to do this for everyone else, but somehow it doesn't include you, or you'll put yourself on the back burner in reverse. You'll put yourself below everyone else. Okay, and that's why I say that for Virgos, it can be very confusing, because we in the spiritual community always talk about the law of attraction or the law of manifesting. And a lot of Virgos can manifest a lot of materialism, a lot of monetary gain, but they're still battling being kind to themselves and gentle with themselves and nurturing with themselves, and the highest form of intelligence. So 2022 was trying to teach you emotional intelligence for yourself through compassion and empathy and gentleness and nurturing, so that you can literally extend that to other people. I believe that there may be a belief behind the subconscious mind that you feel, well, I am a loving person. I am emotionally intelligent. Yeah, but does it really? But you're not showing it to yourself. So are you really? Because home is where the heart is. Where is your heart in your body? Where should you begin changing, choosing to change? Your home. Because it all begins with yourself. Be the change that you want to see. You can be kind with boundaries. You can be kind by not brutalizing and beating up your body. When I use body, when you're beating yourself up emotionally and mentally by the little self-talk, that's self-abuse. That's self-sabotage. The universe is saying 2022 is teaching you how to nurture yourself, be gentle with yourself, how to step into your emotional intelligence. It begins with you. You can have it for other people, but if it doesn't include you, then you don't really have it. It's just a mask, a facade that you want to show the world. I'm a good person. Are you a good person? Being a good person includes being a good person to you. It never excludes yourself. Okay. So let's go ahead now and check and see what hurdles let's see what hurdles what are your hurdles for December? Hurdles, obstacles. Oops. Let me see, that's a little bit too many, but I want to look at them. Okay. Hurdles, obstacles, things you may not see coming. And do it different this go around. The Hermit. You're probably like, Virgo, I'm tired of being hurdles, 2 of Wands, and 4 of Cups. I'm just going to take that way. It just doesn't feel right in reverse. Energetically, I just read what I feel is good for me. I will read reversals, but if it doesn't feel right, I'm not going to take it. All right, so hurdles, the Hermit, you're coming out immediately in your own reading here. So one of your hurdles is that you're going to have to choose between 2 paths. Okay, please look up the deer totem because we have another deer showing up. Okay, looks like a stag. So you may want to look up the spiritual meaning of stag, but I do feel like in December, you're going to be looking into a choice that needs to be made. And maybe one of those choices is going to be presented to you and you're going to not really connect with it. I do feel that deer might be a totem for you for all of December, possibly squirrel as well, and the wisdom of the owl. So very, very you, okay? Meaning I feel that you're very highly connected to animals, the animal kingdom, that all these, we have more birds, I can't tell what they are, but all these animals are connected to you as an earth sign, okay? So I feel that, you know, that you are really going to do a lot of soul searching in October, and that may look like a hurdle to you. Maybe you're like, I'm sick and tired of being in isolation mode. I'm tired of waiting because this is a period of waiting. So maybe again, there's the obstacle is after a period of waiting, after a time of isolation, after a time of soul searching, the universe reminding you again, everything's going well. Remember, they said spirit has a plan. This is spirit. All that light, okay, around the Hermit, okay, is spirit, okay? The quieter you get, the more ability you have to hear, okay? This is a spiritual transformation that's happening in your life internally, Okay, and as it's happening internally, eventually it will catch up in your outer world. The thing is being patient about it. For most of us, we think 1 year is way too long, 2 years is way too long, 3 years is way too long, 4 years is way too long. And so the longer it takes, the more we judge the process, okay? But you will have 2 paths to choose from. One of them is going to be an opportunity that you may not accept, okay? You may miss that opportunity. You may choose to miss that opportunity. But with the squirrel here showing up, I'm hearing you need to go out on a limb, okay? Stop looking away from all these opportunities. Open your hands, open your heart, accept this opportunity. So your hurdle, your obstacle, something that you may not see coming, is that you may have 2 opportunities, 2 paths to choose from. Okay? The universe is saying you need to accept this cup that's being offered to you. That's the hurdle, is you accepting it and choosing to change. Okay? Again, who perceives the perceiver? How are you going to see? How are you going to perceive these opportunities that are coming your way? These paths that you have to choose from. Are you going to choose to change, to take a different path, or are you going to continue on the same path that you're on? Because you're about to enter a whole new year. Okay, you're not that far along, depending on what your belief system is. Okay, spring is a new whole year. Okay, for some people, obviously 2023 in general is a whole new year when we celebrate New Year's, you know, or it could be upon your solar return, okay, whatever your birthday is. Either way, it doesn't matter, okay? You have a choice to make. There's an opportunity that will be presenting itself. You are going to kind of be discontent, and because you're discontent, bored with your life, you're in a state of apathy, you may miss this opportunity that's being offered to you to change. Okay, because you're afraid. Of where this path may lead. So the obstacle, the hurdle, is being able to notice when that opportunity in December shows up for you, and for you to grab that opportunity and say, I will receive this opportunity with love. Because why? Because love is all around me. Why? Because Spirit has a plan for me, and this is a path that's going to nurture me, that's going to be gentle for me, and it's going to take me somewhere where it's going to lead to better, bigger, brighter. Everything's going well. I'm on the right path. Okay? You're going to be on the right path. All right, so let's go ahead and see what's your positive coming in. What's the positive coming in for my lovely Virgos? What's the positive coming in? These videos are getting forever long. 7 of Cups, a lot of choices, a lot of opportunities. So again, that's where the hurdle comes in, because you may miss an opportunity. And it could be you being fearful of, what if I miss the wrong opportunity? Again, that's getting into your head. That's your ego complicating everything. So when you have a lot of choices, pick the one that makes you the happiest, that makes you sing rainbows, that makes you joyous, that uplifts you. Don't pick the one that you don't want to. But you need to know how to decipher that, because there's a lot of times that Virgo doesn't want to do something out of stubbornness. I don't want to stop hanging out with certain people because then I'll have no one, or whatever reason is behind that, or because it's been a connection and you feel that you need to be loyal to that connection. Same goes with jobs. We have the Four of Wands, okay? Put that upright. Rabbits, okay? You have a lot of fertility, abundance showing up for you in December. I'm not seeing, you know, a lot of people connect the Four of Wands to love, but this is an inheritance, a divine inheritance, your divine inheritance, your rite of passage. What's your rite of passage? To live the best life that you can possibly live, okay, here on earth, to be happy. What is your rite of passage? To be happy. It's your right. It's your birthright to be happy, to be successful, not just monetary wise, overall, to have good mental health, to have good physical health, okay? Not just monetary wealth, to have it all. That's your rite of passage. Yep, we have rabbits, dragonflies, so maybe some of you are going to be highly connecting to your mediumship skills in December. You know, you might be talking to other people on the other side. They may be coming through for you. Okay, the afterlife showing up. And again, remember, you know, with the what you should have been focusing on in 2022 with the Nine of Swords energy and the night energy. Usually in the nighttime is when spirits and people that have been transitioned into other dimensions start speaking to you, start connecting to you. And the King of Wands. Okay, you're going to be stepping into your leadership. Does that mean that you're going to be leading a whole team? Maybe not. But you are going to step into your power. You're going to step into leadership. Remember, being the change that you want to see in others, be the change that you want to see, takes strength, takes motivation, takes perseverance, takes courage, takes leadership to step into that. First, you've got to own you to set the example, because you are the example. And what is true leadership? Being an example for others. So I like the energy that's coming in for you guys. Okay, so let's see what... I do feel like some of you are going to get a little bit more energetic too. That's the positive. Like your vitality levels are going to get a little bit better. So that's good because of this initial passion and fire here. And maybe that's one of the options that you have. And, you know, in the positive, Seven of Cups, an opportunity to heal at a cellular level, at a deep emotional level. And healing everything, rebalancing, you know, earth, air, fire, water, opportunities to heal, to find peace, to get out in nature, to, you know, inspire. Happiness, out of this world energy. Here we go. Surrender to non-action. Now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. Again, back to that Hermit energy. Okay, takes a lot. Okay, this is your obstacle, what you don't see coming. Or are in denial about because you're tired of being in this non-action, waiting in the hallway kind of energy. Again, it is non-action is wisdom. See, he has a bunch of gray hair. You gain a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. And with the Four of Wands here next to the Hermit card, I'm feeling like this knowledge that you're gaining is how you're leaving your legend behind, because that's your rite of passage, okay? the 1111 code, walking through the gate. Okay? Non-action. Again, everyone thinks that they have to push, okay, to manifest. I've got to put it into motion. I've got to manifest it. I've got to keep saying a bajillion affirmations and keep pushing this. And sometimes it's the opposite. And it takes wisdom to know when to push and when not to. When to take a break and not beat yourself up along the way because your body needs a break from people, from certain foods, from certain exercises. Okay, again, the ego is going to belittle you, complicate everything, will want to shame you for not taking any action, not doing something, and your soul is like, listen, your soul craves simplicity. So your soul asks you to wait, to contemplate, to think, to take time to gain knowledge and wisdom. Through that knowledge and wisdom you gain, we have a lot of knowledge and wisdom being gained. You gained a lot. I challenge you to write down everything that you learned in 2022. Honestly, for me, guys, let others come to you. People come to me, okay? People come to me to offer me things, okay? Oh, got Conversations with the Universe deck. All right, and now we're going to end, okay? Turn the page. Oh, my goodness. Close that book. It led you to where you needed to go, but not to where you're headed now. It's placed within your heart. You carry it with you always, but now it's time to start fresh. This is a new you. This is your new story. How are you going to write it? Absolutely. That's your rite of passage. That's the legend. That's what you're leaving behind, your footprint, energetic footprint. Please remember, it's all about your energetic footprint, not about the money that you're leaving behind for your family. Yeah, that's great if you can offer that to them, but it's the footprint. But it all begins with you. And it's time for you to change, okay? You're on the right path. And maybe choosing to change means being in isolation mode more. Being wise on where you put your energy. Okay, so I'm just going to pick this card for you for December. Affirmation, I am breaking through. And I feel that. I feel like you're breaking through, but you're going to do it by being gentle and nourishing yourself, choosing to change, and reminding yourself that Spirit has a divine plan just for you, that everything's going well. You are on track. 2022, you learned everything that you should have. If not, you will continue to work on that knowledge and experience, and just reminding yourself that it's time for you to turn a page and to choose change, and that love is always around you. And you can see it through all the animals that showed up. So every time you see a squirrel, love, an owl, love, deer, love, you know, dragonfly, love, rabbits, love, 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 love is always around you. Remember, those totems are there to remind you that love is all around you and Spirit has a plan for you. All right. I love you so much, Virgo. I'll see you next month.